Get back to the phone lines here. We're going to go to line 3 and Ron in Diamond Head. Ron, thank you so much for your patience tonight. What can we help you with?
Yes, sir. About a week ago on the 17th, I was working on a swimming pool, and I knelt down, and I felt what felt like a tear right below my knee.
Yeah.
And I went to the doctor and asked him about the issue, and they said that they wanted to take an X-ray, and they wanted to charge me a lot of money for it. So I denied the X-ray, and I'm wondering where should I go from here. And actually, I have reported it to my employer, and I haven't gotten any feedback from them.
Ron, right when you started your phone call there, did you say you were on a shrimp boat when this happened, or you were on a shrimp dock? I'm sorry.
No, I was working a swimming pool.
Swimming pool. I'm sorry, I heard shrimp.
You must be hungry.
I am a little bit.
Swimming pool.
I'm sorry, you were working.
Hey, Ron, ignore him. Well, we got
you got Matt's got you. Matt's got you, Ron. Go ahead. I don't know. I heard shrimp.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ron, absolutely. You need to kind of follow up with your employer, one, to make sure that they have workers' comp, because not every employer is required to have workers' comp. You have to have 5 or more employees to qualify to be required to have state comp. So I don't know how big your employer is, so they may not qualify. So that's the first issue. Right. But even if some employers don't have workers' comp, they have other type of benefits that they provide. So that's the first place you have to go, because one of the other critical things in workers' comp, and what becomes sometimes a big issue, you didn't think so much at first, but then later on, is documentation of the claim.
Right.
Listen, you want to be a good employee. You want to, you want to suck it up. You want to move forward. You get want to be a complainer. You don't want to be one of those guys. And I get that, but at the same time, you have to document what happened, because that little thing that you felt in your knee, I hope it's not a big deal. But if it is later becomes a big deal, you don't want people to start saying, I don't know what you're talking about. You didn't tell me. There's no paperwork, and that happens, especially in back and neck claim. The difference between a sore back and perhaps a herniated disc, it's hard to tell for some people. They just, go home on a Friday, I think I'll rest it, I'll be feeling great next week, and lo and behold, they don't, and things happen. So absolutely, documenting a workers' comp claim is critical to the process. So please, on Monday, talk to your employer, see what he's got, and go from there.
It sounds like he might need to consider doing that X-ray then. Possibly. I mean, they are expensive. I'm not trying to dismiss that, but but if you're going to document it and there's a real real knee injury, it might be worth thinking about.
Absolutely.
So,
sure.
All right. Oh, let me ask you this one. So let's say the swimming pool company here, and Ron, we appreciate you not mentioning any names.
The shrimp dock?
Yeah, the shrimp company. Yeah, the swimming pool. If they are below 5 people, would this be something he could take to justice court there too? If they're below that, or is that doesn't work out the same?
It doesn't quite work out that way.
Okay.
What it is, if you have 5 or more employees, you're required by state law to have it. And if you don't, there's some bad things that happen to you as an employer for not covering it. So if you have less than 5, it's not the law that you have it. Some people may voluntarily provide it to their employees, but it's not a state requirement. So it then goes back to what did he, that's an employment issue, not a workers' comp. It then goes back to what did his employer, give him or promise him when he started working there.
Ron, thank you so much for the call tonight. Thanks for being on hold for as long as you were.